Welcome to Loose Toss, the comedy podcast with the most sauce.
Drip, drip.
I'm Willie Griswold, joined by the slightly late Collin Unger.
Well, I was just thinking about how I have to say, everywhere you listen to this podcast, Spotify, Apple, YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's all of them.
Yeah, well,
That's
no, there's
all.
other places. iHeart, Google Play.
Do we use those?
Yeah, we use those.
All right. Well, subscribe, listen, tell your friends. For the love of God, tell your friends.
Look at that, buddy.
We're drowning.
No, we're not. That sounded like a proper fucking podcast intro.
It felt weird.
It felt weird for
Felt
you?
weird. My Venmo is Collin-Unger.
Okay.
I don't remember if I plugged it in the episode, so just gotta play it safe.
Good say. I remember you did, because whenever you do it, I hate it. I hate it and makes me resent you and doing this podcast with you a little bit more.
The people love it.
Okay, I'm glad the people love it. Have you gotten any Venmos?
I have.
How many?
Like 4 or 5.
That's an indicator of love, 4 or 5 Venmos.
And that lady who gave you $1 from me.
That was nice. Thank you to the lady in Louisville whose name I forget.
Louisville lady.
Yeah, Louisville lady. I'm gonna
Why
be
are
in
we?
Louisville.
We're looking at a camera that's not there.
I just realized
The
that
stand
too.
is up.
We are not taping. We're not videotaping the first part of this. But yeah, we just want to say this is thank you for listening. Episode 17. 17. We got what happens when you're 17? You can smoke cigarettes in
Get a
certain
fake
states.
ID.
Get a fake ID. Yeah, I had a bad one when I was 17. It doesn't matter. But this
Lose
is
your virginity if you're a nerd.
yeah, a little
lost
too
mine at
late.
16.
Lost one at 15, bro. What's up?
Oh shit.
Connect the devil.
Do you know
horns.
people that have lost them too young?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Sometimes it's a gross age.
Sometimes someone's bragging like, bro, come on, I lost mine when I'm 12. And I'm like, are you okay? Is everything fine?
What happened to you?
How, please, God, tell me they were also around that age. Please, Lord, tell me they were around that age.
Tell me we were in a Catholic school, for the love of God.
For this episode, it's just me and Collin. I do my plugs later on, but right now I want to say Tuesday of this week, I'm at Zany's in Old Town hosting. Wednesday, also Zany's Old Town hosting. Friday at the Lincoln Lodge. And Sunday, going down Louisville way. Louisville Comedy Club. It's the drunk show, the St. Patty's Day show. Come hang out.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Gonna crash at my friend Logan's place. Whenever I'm with him, we
Big
throw
Will's
knives.
going to come out swinging.
Oh, I told everybody Big Will's coming to Louisville.
You're going to have to leave your phone at home.
I told everybody Big Will's gonna come out of Louisville. So yeah, maybe come hang out in Louisville. Collin, you got any plugs you want to say before the episode starts?
Oh, shit. I'm actually hosting Zany's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That right? I just realized that. That's fun. That'll be a good time.
Did Brian call you and they say, we need the ugliest, palest Irish guy in all of Chicago?
Yeah, they're like, don't do your jokes. We don't like those. Do that little Irish jig. I'm gonna dance my little heart out. I'm gonna drink a bunch of Guinness until I puke.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love St. Patty's. I might do some Black and Velvies. That's a drink Sean Donnelly taught me about.
Is that an Irish one?
Yeah, and we mentioned Sean Donnelly fucking twice in this episode, I guess. So welcome to the Sean
He's
Donnelly
Irish,
episode.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's the fucking man. He's one of the
Yeah.
funniest guys in the world. He was one of the first guys ever featured for. I love him a lot. He's one of the best. But yeah, we drank Black and Velvet, which is Guinness and cider for a nice weekend at Go Bananas.
Oh, I've had that.
2017.
I think Chelsea Hood, who's
Yeah.
also Irish trash.
Another
just
Irish
like us.
queen. Another
Yeah.
Irish queen. Chelsea Hood, if you see her in the right light, she looks a lot like you, Collin.
Yeah.
You two could be,
We could be related.
One time, remember, you referred to her as your fun aunt? And then I was like, Collin, Chelsea's like 6 years older than you, dude. Don't refer to people as your aunt.
I meant it in a nice way.
Okay, and I also meant that you guys look similar in a nice way. And now, after I said that, I realized that could read like me saying Chelsea looks like a man. That's not what I'm saying.
I have feminine features.
You do have feminine features.
I'm pretty.
You're a pretty man, and that's why you keep the beard out. You don't want to confuse because sometimes I see a fella who looks so pretty and I get so confused. You guys are gonna hear the bit that we start this with. It's a straight up video game bit, but we think you guys will like it. Thank you so much. This is the Loose Toss Comedy Podcast with Willie Griswold and Collin Unger. That's
Drip.
It's not a kind of official saying the Loose Toss Comedy Podcast with Willie Griswold.
I'm sorry for the things I said.
On the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, Collin got a little loco, gang. But it's very funny, so we kept it in.
It's all with respect.
It's tremendous respect to the fellas.
Yeah.
Tremendous respect.
All right, see ya.
The sexy Man, I don't know what you doing walking around all sexy like that, but you gotta put on some fellas clothes. Because when I see a fella in some ladies' clothes, it pisses me off. It pisses me off so much, and I just go, I want to take those clothes off. Get rid of those sexy girls' clothes. You can't wear those. It's making me angry. You can't wear those clothes in front of me. When I see a guy wearing girls' clothes, it just pisses me off.
Fellow, you about to get me in a whole mess of trouble.
Buddy, you're about to give me an whole message.
Uh,
You can't wear those clothes like that.
I actually saw.
Wait, let's start. We're keeping that in because that was
Keeping
very
that
fun. I like that bit of
A redneck that sees a guy in a dress for the first
sees
time.
a guy in a dress.
What the fuck?
What the?
You look sexy.
You better fucking take that off right now because it's driving me loco.
Farmer's daughter. He's like, you better fuck my daughter in that dress.
You better, don't you no, not you better. Don't you fucking dare fuck my daughter in that goddamn dress because it looks
Because you're mine now.
You're mine now. It looks so it pisses me off. If I just don't know what to do. Quit wearing those sexy
It's wild. I saw it pretty good. I had to clear out because all these goddamn podcast videos and stand-up clips are taking up my phone.
Bro, tell me about it.
So I had to go and delete like old videos that I didn't even know that I had. One was with my ex, but it was a pretty good Fortnite bit.
Oh,
where
what?
I was like hiding under a blanket and I would like pop my head out and I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna eat your pussy. And like pop back in. Like I'm like, one of these you can roll but you can't hide, but I'm gonna get it.
Did you delete it all the way?
That was mine. It was on mine. Like,
No, I know, but did you delete the video though?
So yeah, it's probably in recently deleted.
But you gotta get that on a Google Drive. I need to see you.
One of these days, I'm gonna eat. I just love a. So yeah, after like scream crying into a pillow for 2 hours. Afterwards, I was like, "It's a pretty good bit. I should tell the fellas about this bit."
That's a pretty solid
It's like,
bit.
damn, I still got it.
Damn, one of these days I'm gonna get a piece of that. One of these days, and it's your girlfriend you've been dating for months.
Yeah.
One of these days,
Together
I'm
for
gonna-
years. I just never did it. It wasn't for me.
I never made it in there, but one of these days I'm gonna.
I go down there and I'd start to be like, I would fake puking. I'm like, I just can't. I can't do it.
Wait, you would fake puke
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a girl
No, I
as
would
like a
never
joke?
actually do
Okay,
that,
that's what I was
no.
gonna say. I thought that was real
But I
for a
only eat
second.
pussy when I'm in love. Everyone knows that about me.
That's a weird thing to say out loud, man.
I'm not eating
That's
a pussy stranger. I'm not
that's
eating, I'm not eating a pussy stranger. I'm not eating a stranger's pussy.
I mean, yeah, it's not exactly where you want to be.
This is gross talk.
It's not- yeah,
Take
we'll
your
put-
shoes off at the door.
Take your shoes off at the door. Let's do that a little bit. Let's do that just a little bit.
I mean, this was a long.
We're not going to
long
say
time
when it
ago.
was, but within the last, let's say, 6 years, Collin called me after he hooked up with this girl. And the way that he met this girl was
a
on
bad
Hinge.
time.
He met this girl on
It was
Hinge.
a bad time in my life.
And then she was like, "What are you looking for?" And you're like, "I got out of a relationship recently. I'm just looking for something casual." And then she replied, "Well, how about you text me back when you grow up?" And you're like, "Okay, cool. How about you text me back?"
No, it wasn't even a relationship. It was just like I was like, I'm just looking for like
Something
I'm
fun.
just looking for a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And then she was like, "Let me know when you're looking for something more
Let me
serious.
know when you're done being a whore. Is what
Done
she
being a
said.
whore."
Yeah.
And then you were like, "LOL, you too," right?
I was like, let me know if you change your
Yeah,
mind.
let me know
I was
if
like,
you
let me know if you want to be a
if
whore.
you want to be a whore, yeah.
Let me know if
And
you want
then
to come to the dark side.
not 48 hours later, you're messaging on like a Wednesday, Thursday. That
Yeah.
Friday or Saturday, she texts you being like, "Let's hook up." You go to her place, you hook up with her, you guys are having fun. It's a little Chicago. You're in like a high rise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
it
like
wasn't a
saying-
good time for
you're
I had
downtown.
some real regrettable shit for me.
And the way that you told it to me, you hooked up with her, and you're like, "Yeah, I didn't go down on her." And what I told you, I was like, I go, "Collin, if a nice lady ever invites you into her apartment ever again, you take your shoes off at the door and you eat her. That's what you gotta do, buddy. Like a gentleman."
She did ask me to, and I politely said, "No, thank you, toots."
No, she asked you and you said no?
Yeah,
You're a coward. You're such a coward, dude.
I didn't want to.
She was like, "Go down on me," and you're like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." Right? You said you're not gonna. You
No, I
gotta.
was like, I have a better idea.
And then
Suck it. It ain't gonna suck itself, lady.
no.
Yeah.
You stink, dude.
No,
you
I mean-
absolutely. You're a gentleman.
That
You
was a
go
real
in there-
dark time in my life.
Yeah, it was. And remember,
Yeah.
we haven't said when it was. It's sometime in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it at
And that
that.
happened 5 more times after. No, it didn't. No, yeah, that wasn't a good time.
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, I don't think I've gone down on too many girls that I wasn't in a relationship with. That's not really my
Almost
go-to.
never.
That's not my go-to
Almost
move.
never, yeah.
But yeah, it is. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan, but I get into it, dude. I don't. One day
Ew.
I was because here's the thing. Josh Arnold changed my life. Josh Arnold on the Bob and Tom Show, the sidekick, one of the funniest, nicest,
Right.
coolest guys I know. We were on air one time.
A lot of
talking-
compliments, and then you call him the sidekick.
no, that's literally his job description. That's how my dad refers to him. And also that's weird being a kid being like, yeah, my dad has a boss, my dad has a lawyer, my dad has a doctor, my dad has a sidekick. Yeah, like he's fucking
Yeah.
Batman. No, we're on air, we're talking about going down on a gal, and I'm like, "Josh, I I was like, Josh, do you ever do that? Are you a fan of doing that? And he goes, it's not the worst place to be. And ever since I heard that, I was like, it's not the worst place to be. It's kind of a nice invitation.
If I like the girl, if I'm in love, yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I'll take a residency down there, Toots. I'll never leave.
Call me Carrot
You'll
Top.
have to pepper spray me, and that'll hurt you too. No, yeah, I don't. No, I like it if I truly like the girl, I'm into her. But
I got an embarrassing one for you.
it takes a while for me to become comfortable sexually.
I got
At
a
first,
real.
I'm silent like an assassin, and then I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
I have such an embarrassing story about
Of
going
you
on
eating
down on a
pussy?
gal. I mean, it's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my life.
Do you have wing sauce on your mouth?
No, I've never done that. I always make sure to wash up. I make a big point of washing
Safe
up after the
sex
wings.
with
I mean, dude, you know how often I touch my fucking eye after I eat chicken wings and then I feel the burn?
Yeah.
I am very cognizant. If I'm with a lady, even if I have like a bagel, this morning I had like a bagel and I put some like hot sauce on it, you wash up afterwards. You always wash up. Me and this girl were hanging out. I'm going down on her. And I've never been good at going down on gals. And this is when I was like 22. There was a while where I just never made a woman come ever in my life,
I mean, what's the point?
No, not even like that. But just like, I just didn't. I was going too fast. I wasn't having fun. I wasn't taking my time. I was doing everything my mom told me not. I was doing everything my mom taught me not to do.
My mom doesn't even know that I know what a pussy is.
Dude, my mom, if I made that comment, like, Mom, I don't know what a pussy is, she'd be like, Willie, you do know. There's the vaginal canal. There's the vulva. There's the labia minora and majora. She would, like, she's real into...
I know there's a clit somewhere. I'm still...
I've heard legends. I've heard tale of the great clit.
I'm going to find you, bitch.
No, I love that. Asmus has a joke where he's like, you can't find the clip, and he goes, it's near the top. That's such a great way of putting it. That's Jeffrey Asmus. Sorry to steal your bit there, pal. If you're listening to this, if you're a fan of this podcast...
He's not listening to
and
this.
No, not Jeffrey. I'm saying anyone out there.
Oh.
If you're a fan of this podcast and you're not a fan of Jeffrey, stop listening to our podcast. Start watching his Instagram clips because he's way funnier than we are. No, he's very funny, but here's what I want to say.
Close personal friend of mine, and I hate him to death.
He's a very sweet guy. I was going down on a gal, and I was trying to get better at it, and I watched a YouTube video, and the YouTube video is like, you can do the alphabet. And I guess that what that is you use your tongue like it's a pen, and then you do A, B, C in cursive, like you're writing the alphabet in cursive.
Yeah, that's the only reason I remember cursive.
Exactly. So imagine, there's some sort of paper in front of you that's scrolling, and you just need to. Right. So you do it with your tongue. I didn't understand that. They said do the alphabet. What I thought that meant, I thought it was kind of like an ASMR thing. I thought it was just like the movements and the vibrations and like I got like my mustache hairs near the top. No. And I just got and I was like A, B, C, D.
She opens up her mouth. It's coming out of her mouth.
No,
too.
she was just. That's so funny. She opens her mouth up and it gets louder.
Like when you put an iPhone in a cup and make it a speaker. That is humiliating for you.
No, and dude, she called me out. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing." And she was like, Are you trying to do the alphabet trick?" And I was like, "Yeah, I might watch the YouTube video." I watched a YouTube video where a pretty lady, this pretty girl took a melon, cut it in half, and was just fingering the shit out of this. She did like a melon, she did a kiwi, she did an orange, she did a grapefruit. A lot of citrus and other fruits involved. And she's just fingering the shit out of them.
A lot of stoned fruits.
A lot of stoned fruits. A lot of hand fruits. And she was like, this lady on YouTube was like fingering all these goddamn fruits. And then she says the alphabet trick, but then you know when you watch a video, I did this earlier today. I had to change the battery in my key fob for my car, and I watched a YouTube video. I got past the first step, and I was like, "Oh, I'm done." Turned the video off. Turns out there was a second step that I didn't want.
You had to stay for the end credits.
I had to stay for the end credits. I didn't stay for the post credit scene regarding eating pussy. She was like, "No, you don't." You
just
don't
her
say
finger
it.
blasting fruit.
No, the finger. I mean, that is honestly, it kind of got me going. I started it as an educational. I started it as an educational piece, and then it turned up just getting me all horned up and nuts.
Imagine.
But I'm just whispering, hey, BC. And then she's like, no, you're supposed to use your tongue like it's, and then in my head, also like my dick is out, so I can't be wrong. I have this thing.
Tough to learn a lesson with your dick out.
If your dick's out, you can't learn anything.
You don't take constructive criticism.
No,
well.
my dick's out, I'm wearing socks, I'm not taking criticism
Turn around and get your clothes, it's flopping around.
And she was like, you're not supposed to whisper it, you use your tongue like a pen and you write it. And I was like, I know. I was clearing my line about it like a fucking idiot.
I was clearing my throat to use my tongue. Imagine the finger in the fruit.
Clearing your throat to lose your tongue. Sorry, I think like that.
The other version of showing someone sex with fruit. I'm just like, all right, for all the young fellas out there, this is how you fuck. I'm just fucking different kinds of fruit on YouTube. This is what your dad won't tell you.
You're just like, all right, you guys, I'm going to use a mango. If you're smaller out there, you might want to use a kiwi. That said, if you are Collin size and using a mango, take the pit out. You don't want to learn that lesson the hard way.
This is why black people like watermelon so much.
No!
We got to cut that.
No, it flies. It flies.
That was meant for respect.
I was like, why are you talking
That was meant
about
for respect. You get it? Because his watermelons are so big.
No, I know. That's why I got it. All right,
so the Oscars are on.
No. I actually got it. Just really quick, as I want to tell a story to recover from that. The last class I took in college, in grad school, was a stand-up class. I took it over Zoom. I took it with Kevin Bozeman, Chicago comic, the fucking best.
Fucking hilarious, yeah.
I was on stage Saturday night and I ripped a Bozeman line. I had to check my bet. I had to check my phone to see where I was in my set. And I go, I know you guys probably think I'm looking at my notes app to find out which joke is next. I'm actually not. I've got $50 on the Sixers, and I have to see if they're going to cover. I saw him do that at Zany's with the Minnesota Wild, and he just did it. I just ripped it. Thanks, Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. Thanks, Prof. Thanks, Teach.
Oh my God.
I didn't mean to rip it. Also, I used it because I just had to check my phone. I'm pretty sure Kevin was legit checking the score. But Kevin's teaching a class. I'm at DePaul. It's grad students and undergrads. It's a stand-up class. It's during COVID. It's over Zoom. And each week you go in there, everyone does a 5-minute set. It was great for me because I never had to write anything. I just did a bunch of jokes that I already fucking had. And Kevin,
so you look like the king.
And Kevin didn't mind. Well, also it was Zoom stand up, so like it was still objectively bad.
That's terrible.
But this one kid named this is gonna be racist the other way. His name was like Johnny Baklava. He was just this big Greek bitch. And every day,
big Greek bastard.
dude, I swear, every day he was like this skinny kid. He was in the Chicago suburbs. You could see his little like Blackhawks thing on the wall behind him. And just every day he would come in and tell the most fucking racist jokes. Like insanely just like, and he did a joke about black people eating watermelon and fried chicken. That was like the punchline of the joke. Like, ha 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 ha. Which like you weren't even doing that. You were kind of
fucking them because they're huge cocks.
No, it's okay. So there we go. I'm glad that I told this story. That was just so you can show that you respect them. No, but he just told this story and then told this joke and then it gets fucking nothing. And then at the end, Kevin in front of the whole class is like, "Hey, so why'd you tell those jokes?" And then this kid's just like, "Well, I'm Greek." And growing up, all my friends grew up, made fun of me for being Greek. So like, I just try to make fun of everybody.
All of his white friends.
He's like, I make fun of everybody: Greeks, Italians, blacks. And it's like you gotta understand where that lives.
So he had Italian friends that made fun of him for being Greek.
Exactly.
And then they was outnumbered.
He told that, and he said that. And Kevin's like, "No, I get that. I have a bunch of friends of mine that they'll do, racial jokes on stage." He was like, "I've got no problem with racial jokes." But he was just like, "Do you know like the watermelon, the fried chicken thing?" He was like, "Do you know that comes from a stereotype that black people weren't classy enough, they weren't dignified enough to use silverware, so they only ate foods that they ate with their hands. That's where that stereotype comes from."
We're cutting my joke.
No, we're not. I like it. But he just goes, so knowing that knowledge now, he was like, "Would you still make that joke again?" And the guy was just like, "I mean, I'm going to try it again next week, but..." You could tell, like Kevin, as genius as he was, just didn't
not listening.
Kevin really gave this kid an out. And the guy was like, well, the thing is, this is the second week of class. I think my writing will be better by next week.
That's so
and then I'll be able to make it work. But yeah, shout out Bozeman.
I bet he moved to Austin. And he's doing great.
Shout out KB, man. You're the
He was
greatest.
fucking funny as hell. Yeah, he's
So
great.
fucking funny.
Last time I
Sorry.
saw him was at Humboldt and he headlined.
Yeah.
It was so funny because usually like that's like 20 minutes, but
Yeah.
Joe was like, just do whatever you want. He did like 45, but he crushed. It was great. I was just like, fuck, I gotta wake up for work. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
I hate that feeling of being in a comedy show and having so much fun and then checking your phone and being like,
It's like, oh no, yeah, back to the sadness tomorrow.
I have to wake up at fucking 6 a.m. I hate this shit.
I thought this was funny seeing John Mulaney. Yeah, I was actually just thinking about him the other day because someone was talking to me about him. But I was thinking about like his, like how he fell off the wagon.
Sure.
Stay off, dude. If
do you
I
mean?
woke up from a bender and they're like, hey, you and your wife broke up, but now you're married to a supermodel and you have a family together, I would be like, give me more Coke. I'm like, I'm gonna solve cancer next.
That's so insensitive. I'm laughing because it is funny, but yeah,
Right?
Have you watched the new special?
I fell asleep, but not because it was bad. I was
Yeah.
just exhausted, and I
No,
got
yeah.
back to
If
it.
you watch that special, you'll understand exactly how insensitive the joke that you just made is.
When do I do my research about anything? I learned the hard way. If Mulaney comes for me, he'll win.
You know, the thing is, though, Mulaney is so smart and well-adjusted and successful, I don't think he's too worried about you. I don't think...
I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming.
You think a guy that at Comedy Central half hour wrote for SNL, was head writer at SNL, hosted
He
SNL.
won a Grammy.
Well, yeah, Grammys. I mean, he did the fucking thing with Nick Kroll on Broadway.
That's why I'm coming. I want all those
Truly
things.
one of the most
I'm coming for what you have.
One of the most successful comedians in our time. And you
All
think,
I'm saying is his benders are like a superpower. Like, instead of like,
your wife just got more famous? That's what happened?
I mean, Olivia Munn is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Come on. She's
Gorgeous.
talented.
No, but this is lame, but it does make me sad just because I like in his Comedians in Cars with Seinfeld, he talks about his wife, his ex now, and he's like, yeah, we just love each other so much. And even like Seinfeld makes a joke. Mulaney's like, yeah, like I like these rugs. My wife has great taste in rugs and in art. And then Seinfeld's like, yeah, is that what you tell her? Like tries to do like a shitty a shitty like, oh, wives suck kind of joke. And Mulaney's like, no, she went to school for it. She's a genius. She's like legitimately. And I love that like
That's
moment
cool.
of like defending. And then yeah, it just sucks that they're not together. But whatever. He's the man. He's the funniest.
He is. He's
His personal life
I've
is
heard
none of
he's
my
a great guy.
fucking business. I saw him do the
I
hour.
just think I've seen people go on benders. And they
Yeah.
never come out.
No.
With our friend John, who used to black out all the time, love him. But when he would black out, would be like, yeah, John blacked out again. And then put a hole in the wall because he couldn't run a 4.540. Like, that's a true story.
Yeah, you just blacked out and you got the actress who used to be a G4. Remember that gaming channel?
That's why I love her.
I know.
I grew up on her.
fucking
That's
know.
why.
Here's why we both love her. We're of the perfect age. She was on G4 talking about SSX Tricky and other video
Yep.
games. And then 4 years later, Donald Glover was rapping about her as Childish Gambino in his first mixtape.
And, I also saw her after the Man Show. So I was a little extra. After the show ends with girls jumping on trampolines, the next girl you see, you're like, I don't think I want to marry her. That show was fucked up.
Okay, do you have anything? I
But
had something earlier, but I totally forgot it.
I just had a funny idea where it's like, instead of his benders, like instead of pimp my ride, it's like bend my life or something.
That's great.
But I don't know. I didn't know he was so in love with his wife. But it's like, oh, you see her in a loveless marriage. Boom, supermodel wife.
No.
Boom, Asian baby. So now anytime you roll past anyone on the street, they know you're woke.
Oh, God. I have something that I want to talk about, but
If
I
I
can't.
said the watermelon thing, you gotta say it.
What'd you say?
The watermelon shit?
I mean, no, that was crazy. No, mine's not. It was very funny. And I think that in the moment of that joke, we were talking about fucking fruits. You made it fine. You went for a stereotype that's generally a positive.
Yeah, I'm fucking a pear over here,
Yeah.
dude. I don't.
You're fucking a pear. I'm fucking a pear. I thought you meant like a pear, like two. You meant a pear. I mean, it would have been the funniest thing. I'm fucking a grape over here. That's where you should have gone.
Well, I'm trying to slow down on the self-hate.
That's good.
I applied for a therapist today.
You did?
Multiple.
Buddy,
And you know who got back to me?
Who?
hilarious. The only one that replied, yeah, it was today. But it was, she's like our age, maybe younger, or if she's older, her doctor does great work. But just like big fake lips, like she's super hot.
She's hot. You can't do that.
I can't do that again.
You can't do that again.
Was super hot.
I think we've talked about it on the podcast before, but we'll fill you guys in. Collin had a therapist. She was super hot. He would lie to her.
I wouldn't lie.
He would lie to her.
I never lied.
He'd be like, yeah, pretty much. I'm just tired. I'm doing comedy. I got my job. And then I do charity. And I have to lug my big dick around all the time.
And my wallet isn't too small either. Anyways, what are you doing after this?
And she was like, you're paying sliding scale. I know exactly how much money you make. And then that's the one that you stopped seeing because you'd be like, when I get stressed, I like to go for a walk by the lake. And she kept referring to Lake Michigan as the sea.
The ocean. And I gave her so many outs. I'd be like, nah, yeah. I went again and like sat by the lake and read a book. And she was like, she just kept saying the ocean. I was like, is this the person stopping me from killing myself? It was terrible.
Dude, I had me and my old man are trying to get back into family therapy. And the first guy that we tried, we did like a Zoom session with him. And I just knew he wasn't gonna be the guy because he just kept like, he was like, okay, so like tell me more about like your work. And I was like, well, I'm gonna stand up and I work with him on the show. And then I was like talking about like stand-up shows. Yeah. And he was like, so who books these? Like he was like, and I was like,
he was interested about.
Yes.
I hate that shit.
He was like, well, like sometimes it's bars, sometimes it's comedy club. Trying to get booked. No, dude, I swear to God. He was like, so like, are these like, how do you network? How do you meet these people? Like shit like that. And then at the very end of the session, it was a 10-minute session. At the very end, he was like, you know, I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, you guys just get back to me. I mean, this is my first pair of, celebrity clients. And I was like, motherfucker, get out of town.
I really thought your dad, because when I think of your dad doing a form of like couples therapy and just any therapy, I just assume that he thinks any male therapist is gay.
No, I don't think it was that. But I will say the guy was located in Indiana. He was like, where? But I was like, where are you physically? And he was like, oh, I'm in Indiana. And then later they're talking about the Bob and Tom show. And then he was like, yeah, I've never heard of it. And then I saw my dad make this like, really? You live in Indiana and you've never heard of it? He was like, 41 years, Playboy. You never fucking heard of this? Oh, the guy was probably like 36.
That's so fun. Oh, dude, this shit actually, I was thinking about this earlier. I've been getting a lot of like motivational shit on like social media.
That's good.
No, I'm making fun of it. I'm making fun of it. Because it's all like this one dude that I was watching, he's like a dad. He's like in his mid-30s. And it was a tough realization for me. Because he never played soccer before. He became a fan from like maybe the last World Cup. But he's like, I set a goal for the next World Cup or to be in the next World Cup. And I like watch his video and he's like working hard. He's getting better. But it's like I would bust his ass right now and I haven't touched the ball in like a year. And I'm like, this guy is setting these goals way too high. He's way too old. And I'm like, oh, fuck, he's like 5 years older than me. And then I'm just like commenting. I'm like, anything is possible.
You're looking up like oldest people ever brought on to SNL cast. Yeah. Like Leslie Jones got it at 45. I have a chance.
Yeah. I am a very talented, hilarious black woman. So any day now.
You gotta really be careful, buddy. That's your second one of the joke.
I said she was really talented.
Second one of the show. I know, but you referred to yourself. You just gotta. You gotta be.
Yeah.
You gotta
I know
be
I'm not a black woman.
What'd you say?
I said I know I'm not a black woman. Took a long time to realize it, but
that is a hilarious thing for you to say out loud. For a pale Irish bastard.
Hey.
To be like, here's the thing. You know what I had the other day? I went on my Facebook and it was like 15 years ago. You shared. I'm like a fucking freshman in college or whatever. And it was like, copy and paste this status if you're a beautiful black woman that don't need no man. With like a bunch of emojis. And I shared it thinking I was like the funniest person. And like a bunch of my friends that commented like, LOL, LOL, LOL. And then like this one guy who was this white kid from high school who like, he was really cool. I liked him a lot. But he wasn't like a popular dude. He had long hair. He transferred in late. He wore those shoes.
Like Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
Exactly. He wore those, and he had beautiful long hair. He wore those shoes with individual toe holes.
Oh, fuck this guy.
No, I'm telling you, because the point
Why,
of
do you like him because he kissed you in the locker room after practice?
No, he didn't play. Get away from the Remember the Titans thing. He's not Sunshine. He was a short guy. He did parkour. He was just kind of a weird dude.
Parkour.
I always liked him, but I was thinking, but anyways, I really like this kid. But he commented on the status, and this is like 2011, so like no one gives a fuck about woke shit, PC shit, none of that's around. Back in the good day, back when I could throw around a homophobic slur on Facebook and get a couple likes. Back in the golden era, baby. No, but he just commented. He was like, "Hey, like, dude, like, I was like, I don't think that I've seen anyone that's not a privileged white kid repost this status."
Oh, fuck. I fuck with that.
And I was like, and the thing is, though, no likes. And like all the other ones, like, haha, Willie's so funny. Willie's trying to be a black woman. That one has no likes. If this were now, this year, that comment would have ratioed the fuck out of me. He would have dropped me.
What's he doing now?
Dude, I have no idea.
Probably good things.
I assume so. Doug, if you're out there, he's a really good guy. He's a really cool guy. He's a sweet kid. But I think that we just made fun of him in high school because he wore weird shoes. Which,
I mean, you deserve that in high school. You deserve that as an adult. If you wear those shoes, fuck you.
Buddy, I told you about this the other week. I wore the sandals with the rope sandals, like the Jesus sandals.
Yeah.
I was watching Shogun. That's what the fellas in Shogun are wearing. Hey, Shogun, more like this show gonna make me fall asleep. Get out of town. You don't like that. Okay, let me finish.
I just didn't get it at first.
When
you said that 3 times before the pod.
Let me finish the thing I was saying. This guy, Doug, he just wore weird shoes, so we were mean to him. But I wore weird shoes first day of freshman year. People made fun of me. I took the shoes off. A little bit about me.
Don't stay true to yourself.
No, I'm able to sacrifice who I am at my core if people will like me more. Are you kidding me?
That's what comedy is about.
That's what comedy is.
That's what life is about.
Steve Martin in his book on stand-up said, go up there and say, what can I be for you? He didn't say be true to yourself.
No.
He didn't say write for yourself and the people will come. He just said do what people want.
No one's coming.
No one's coming.
Oh, I have, oh, dude, I didn't even talk about this. When I was in Madison, I had 3 different hotels.
What? Because I told you, I was like, dude, you should just go get a hotel Thursday, Friday. This is my move. My move is get a hotel Thursday, Friday. If you can't swing the Saturday hotel, you don't get it. You do late checkout, leave at noon, go to the mall, get lunch, then you watch a 3-hour movie. The only reason that I watch Killers of the Flower Moon or...
I feel like I like that. Or no, I don't know if I like that.
I liked it. It's just fucking long as hell.
Yeah.
I watched 2 movies that were 3 hours in length just because I was working the road. I couldn't afford a hotel on Saturday night.
Well, speaking of no integrity, I got the hotel the extra night.
Yeah.
Because I wanted Joe Mandy to like me. I was like, in case there's a hang, I'm hanging. I don't care if I have to wake up at 5:30 for work. This is the best club ever. You guys are going to have to drag me the fuck out of here. But the second night, they fucked up.
Yeah.
Because, like...
The club, the hotel.
The hotel. No. The club didn't put me up. I was
you just looked at me like, don't you fucking say that about the club. Comedy on state is fucking perfect.
I told you before I left, before I had everything booked and, like, all my shifts covered, I'm like, I'll sleep in my car and get fired. I don't give a fuck. And you're like, well, don't do that.
No, I told you. I was like, this club is good enough and this weekend is good enough. I was like, quit your job.
Yeah.
I was like, if people can't cover the shifts, you can get a fucking new serving shift. You can't get a new club weekend with like a great comic.
Yeah, shout out to the homies, especially a club where they only bring like their own fucking people because it's that good of a club.
By the way, we should stop talking about how to get in at comedy clubs as road hosts and features.
Yeah.
This can't be interesting to anyone else except for us.
Yeah, well, suck it, losers. I hosted.
Suck it, you fucking losers.
Hosted.
This podcast is only for comedians.
I was the most forgettable person on the show, dog. There was the last show. This was like, before I get to the hotel thing, this was like humiliatingly hilarious. Where this girl came out, and it could have been, I yelled at a girl for being drunk. Not yelled, but I told her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because I have a mic and it
on
makes me
set.
powerful. Yeah.
You said that exactly?
I told her.
You said, shut the fuck up. I have a microphone.
No, I didn't say
and that
shut the
makes
fuck
me
up. I told her to
powerful?
shut up. And I always say, like,
Did you say the microphone powerful
not
thing?
powerful thing, but I say I have a microphone. You're losing.
Okay, because that is funny.
Yeah,
but what you just said just
but
now,
that makes me feel powerful.
Shut the fuck up. I have a microphone and I'm powerful.
I've been watching a lot of Trump videos.
Yeah, because Collin, you're the host. You're going up cold. No one's going before you. You can't. They haven't been laughing. They're excited.
The security guard there was like, "You're the only person I've ever seen, only host I've ever seen to tell people in the crowd to shut up like that."
Because that's not like likable or funny.
I don't give a fuck.
When you're a host, you need to be straight down the middle. The best comedy advice I ever got was from Ms. Pat. I was doing a show. I wasn't hosting for her. It was a big like open mic thing, and then she just came to do a guest spot. and this motherfucker heckled me immediately. And I was like, oh, hey, looks like you had a few too many drinks before you came out tonight. And I was like, just a dickhead to him.
And they turned on you?
And the crowd turned on me immediately. And I went up to Ms. Pat, and I said she gave me advice. I went up to her begging. I was like, Ms. Pat, what can I do to get better? Please, please, Ms. Pat. Tom's my dad, Pat. Please, come on. Tom's my dad, you know? And she was like, what I would do is you were mean to that person up top. They shouldn't have yelled, but you weren't funny yet. She said, always be funny before you're mean.
Oh, I had them.
Because when you go on stage, even if you have a microphone, the crowd relates more to people in the crowd than they will with the person on stage. As soon as you break that divide and they relate with you more than they relate to people sitting next to them.
No, this was just a dumb drunk girl in the crowd.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
But in general, that is great advice for comedy. I like how I just said, like, Collin, this isn't a fucking podcast for comedians. And then I gave the most specific advice for open mic comedians.
If anyone wants to host,
that want to get
call Willie.
That want to get. I will. I don't think I can teach stand up. I can teach a fucking master class in hosting stand up.
I can teach stand up. Quit. Quit, you fucking losers. Quit.
Quit. Me and Collin are trying to make it. Get the fuck out of here.
But it was me, Joe, Mandy, and then Mandel just sitting at the bar talking after the show. This girl came up. We all turned around, and she was like, oh, like, I loved your guys' sets. Like, thank you so much for coming. That was great. Shook Mandel's hand, shook Joe's hand. I put my hand out. She walked right past me.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, my God. And Mandy was literally like, I saw it. He's like, it's part of it.
I had someone tell me, when you're hosting.
I've never had one that, like, egregious.
When you're hosting, you're getting paid to be the third funniest person on the show. Yeah. I think that's a really good thing to remember.
It's a real tough pill to swallow.
You know mine, right? I think I've told it on this one. I used to tell it on stage. My first guest spot ever. My first work at a club ever. Was at Comedy Bar. I want to say fall of 2016. Like, I just really started. It's me. It's Chris Higgins hosting. Abby Sanchez. And I forget who the headliner is. I kind of want to say it's Kevin Bozeman. Again, inside doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All that happens is first show I do so well in a 5-minute spot that Abby comes up to me. He's like, bro, you should fucking tape that so you can like submit to festivals and other clubs. Yeah. And I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'm going to do that. Higgins is the same thing. All I do is I change my opener. I did the opener. I look like a bully mixed with a kid that he bullies in the first show, which was my go-to forever. And the second show I made it, I look like a disappointed newscaster's son. So again, and I have the video up now because they gassed me up.
The bully's better.
I put the video. The bully, it's objectively better. Yeah. But I was just trying to practice new lookalikes. That's dude, when I started, the only thing that I thought was funny was like, what do I fucking look like?
Look like jokes, little dick.
Yeah, I just
little dick stuck.
Little dick look like little dick.
Yeah.
By the way, I've been doing some math in my head. Little dick jokes. Not as funny as they used to be. People don't like them anymore. I might be taking out my little dick joke out of my opener.
Yeah.
So anyways, the set doesn't go well. The night ends. Everyone's walking out saying bye to people. Hey, bye, guys. Hey, bye, guys. Hey, bye, guys. Finally, one guy walks down line for line. Hey, you were great. Hey, Abby, you were great. Hey, Chris, let me tell you something. Our buddy Chris Higgins. He goes, Chris, you were incredible up there. My name is Tommy Farley. I'm Chris Farley's brother, and I'm the namesake for the movie Tommy Boy. I want to tell you, when you were up there, you reminded me of my brother. You were so funny and big and likable, and man, it was just incredible. Thank you so much for your work tonight. And then he looked me in the eyes, and Willie, he remembered my name. And Willie, can you please take a picture of me and Chris so I can send it to the family back in Madison? I couldn't fucking believe it, dude.
That's tough.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's way worse than mine.
Brutal.
Well, I'm 6, 7 years in, so it's I want the attention.
I know. I used to tell that story on stage, and then when it wouldn't work, I would just go, all right, looks like I'm taking a lot of pictures after the show tonight.
Oh, that's good.
And I like that line, but the thing is that joke didn't work so much. I had a comic come up to
that line.
I had a comic come up to me and be like, hey, that line's good. But do you really need to have a good line to recover from a bad joke? Or do you just get rid of the bad joke? And I was like, hey, shut the fuck up, Sean Donnelly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm 3 years in. I think I know what I'm doing.
Passed at the cellar.
I think I know what I'm doing, Playboy.
I love that. I love people giving advice like that.
Yeah.
Or even better, giving compliments. Mandy had complimented one of my jokes, and I was like, it's yours. I'm like, you can have it.
I'll give it to your wife, too.
Yeah.
I'll give it. Your wife can have it. Your friends can have it.
Yeah. Then, dude, the whole hotel thing. So like the first night,
Oh yeah, we're all over
I
the
had to
place.
call in the favor because I'm like, I don't know where I'm staying. I was like, I'll figure out places. So I called my pops because he has a bunch of points. And then, thank God, I'm daddy's special little boy.
Dude, fuck your sister. I've
Yeah.
been meaning to say that. She
But-
fucking sucks. I've never met her.
No, she's chill. She's cool. But no one ever fucking look her up. I'll kill you. But that hotel, fucking awesome. I was posting like...
Her name's Maureen.
Yeah.
It's not.
I was posting stories how dope the Hotel Indigo. I don't know if you ever stayed at one of those. Those
That
are
was
fucking...
That was the first night
nice.
when you just posted a video going, Madison is sick, and it was you watching Star Wars.
That's all I need, dude.
That was so funny,
We
dude.
went to the shows, got some canes after. I went back, sat Indian style, shirtless in my hotel bed, eating canes, watching Star Wars.
I will say,
I'm like, this is better than anything.
Dude, Indian style on a hotel bed fucking rips. Fucking rips, dude.
The next day, the next hotel, and that was like 5-minute drive from
Sure.
the club. So it was like, I'm like praying I get to stay there all weekend. Nope, not how my life works. Next night, 30-minute drive from the club, which is like not a big deal at all. I don't
Fine.
give a fuck. Fine hotel, but I get there and the lady's like, watch out for the kids. And I'm like, are there ghosts? I'm like, are there fucking kid ghosts here?
Can I guess? It's got hockey tournament?
Holy shit.
Is that
yeah,
it?
dude.
Because usually in the summer it's baseball tournament.
Yeah.
But given the time of year,
Yeah.
hockey tournament.
Nice. Yeah.
Were the parents trashed?
Yeah.
Oh
bro.
my god, dude!
Dude, that has to, so
Oh
that was
my
great.
God,
Yeah, I'll
that's a
give you
road
some
comment.
knocks. I'll give you some for that.
If I may, just
I
real
usually
quick.
hate everything you say, but that was good.
Yeah, just fucking. That's a thing when you work in the summer. When you work road in the summer, I had a fucking baseball tournament
All the time.
and these kids were running. I think Greg Warren has a great joke about it. I'm gonna butcher it. I probably shouldn't even say it, but I already started, so I'm going to. Greg Warren has one where it was like he was super annoyed by like the baseball team in his hotel, and one of the coaches, it was like, basically there was like cuts every day. He'd like set the lineup,
Yeah.
and they like bench certain players. And a kid pissed off Craig so much that he just reposted the thing and benched a fucking player for a team that he's not in charge of. I think that's the joke. I could have just butchered that. Maybe I just saw that somewhere.
But that was great because it was spot on.
Hockey tournaments. Go ahead. My bad.
But so after I stayed there Friday, didn't see any kids, it was fine. But after the show Friday, me and Joe, I was like, I'm gonna go watch the soccer team tomorrow if anyone wants to join. And he's like, if he had to choose a team, he's a fan of Tottenham, but he doesn't like follow it.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, if you want to come, like, come. Like, I'm gonna go to, and we found a bar, and we planned like whatever. And there's a shuttle from my hotel to downtown.
Huge.
Didn't take the shuttle because I go down there at like 8 o'clock, and I text Joe. I'm like, yo, here's the bar. Like, I'm about to head over there soon. Just a militia of hockey kids and parents with coolers and shit. I'm like, I'm not. So I went to the gym for an hour. Then went back, and then I got an email being like, your stay is over. And I was supposed to stay there for 2 nights. I don't know. I think they fucked up because I don't know how I booked 2 separate rooms on a different night.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, I had to check in for a different room, and I go, just drunk hockey dads yelling at the lady, being like, it said we don't have a room, we don't have a... So I'm like, I think you guys fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow up and try and get some free shit. So I had to go to a different hotel. I'm like, found a cheaper one, saved $50. It was nicer. It was 20 minutes away, like opposite direction. I'm like, all right, this worked out perfectly. I don't have to deal with these fucking like stupid hockey parents. And then I get in and I walk into the new hotel. It is way nicer, way better. But it's like a giant dance mom competition thing going on.
Oh, yeah. That's better.
And it's
That's better.
so funny to go from angry hockey dads yelling at the like front desk person to angry dance dads yelling. And he's like, we're with the sweet treats. I felt like I was in fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I just see a bunch of like girls way too young to be caked up in makeup. Like
Here we
what
go.
the fuck is going on?
I don't know if this is going to be funny. It's very funny in my head. I don't know if it'll be funny through words, but it's like a short film, whatever it is, a sketch. And it's it's you know when you stay in a hotel, they have the complimentary breakfast?
Yeah.
And it always ends at 8:46 or whatever it
Yeah,
ends
yeah,
right
yeah.
before you get there. I fucking hate that shit. But the complimentary bedroom is just that there's people in line. It's like a businessman in line, and there's a mom in line, and then the businessman gets some sausage links.
Yeah.
And then the mom is standing at the omelet station, and there's some other kid doing the waffle machine where you got to flip it yourself.
That was me.
And there's just some little kid that's walking from the eggs to the breakfast potatoes, and as they walk, you just hear because they're wearing tap shoes.
Yeah.
That is that.
Oh, yeah.
It took a long time
That's
to
me.
get there.
That's actually I leveled up. I used to be wearing slides at hotels. You know what I'm rocking now?
What do you got?
Uggs.
Oh, like the ones I'm wearing? Like these guys?
They the back?
The
no,
Flippies.
no. I got the ones like
The free
they
back.
slide.
Oh, they're
free
slide.
back, dude.
You know what it is?
They're great.
At my old summer camp, you had to have shoes with back straps, and I almost never wear flip flops or slide-in slippers. Slide-in slippers.
If I could wear those I've worn flip flops on stage, and people have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I wear flip flops. It's weird. I wear flip flops
I
on
don't give
stage
a
with
shit.
jeans. I'll do it in the summer.
No,
Yeah.
I'm wearing like the get out of soccer practice socks
slides?
and slides.
Brutal
I'm
look.
not doing that thong shit. That shit's weird.
I love those. I have one pair. They're
Lame.
rainbows. I love them.
Lame
God
shit.
damn it, I love my rainbows. You ever?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're great. They're $89, but you need one pair. You get them for life. They're perfect.
They like replace them?
Yeah, they will. Lifetime guarantee.
Is that what Birkenstocks does? I think.
I think so. I think
Bro,
Birkenstocks.
I'm a big Birkenstocks bitch.
Oh, really?
Love them.
Yeah, do they fit great in the back of your Subaru? Cause you're a gay woman.
No, I don't eat pussy.
Come on. You were playing along. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. At first I
I
was
will
like,
scissor though, even though I've been told that's fake. I got a little shrimp snack in on the case. She's like, I don't think lesbians do that. I'm like, figure out and get back to
it's
me.
not real. I asked my sister about it, and she said it's not real, and it pissed me off so much.
You know what I learned from this about lesbians?
What?
They're liars. You guys do it and you like it.
I mean, that would be something that they have to defend. That would
Yeah.
be something that they need to keep secret.
Yeah.
They got to keep that away. They're like a feudal Japanese village, and they have a secret treat.
If I've come to it, then it's real.
If I come to it.
I don't know why I said
No,
that.
I heard it. I get it now. If I've come to it, it sounded
That is
like.
real.
And I was already talking about feudal Japan. It sounded like you were going on a journey there.
Nah,
Playboy.
just me nutting.
That's so gross.
Yeah, I dub. All right, let's switch.
Oh, you're a gross man.
we
You
didn't do
gotta
this.
switch.
We didn't do this topic last time. Weird shit about you.
You want to talk about weird shit about me?
Oh, weird shit that you said.
Yeah. What do you got?
There was that one time I woke up to you in your underwear staring at me,
I'll defend myself.
and oh, yeah, that's when I was like, "Stop looking at me, you horny freak."
Yeah, and then I said, "Stop looking at me like a frog."
Why did
you-
I look like a frog?
Because only one eye opened up.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Like,
I
you
do
were-
that a lot.
Stop looking like I wasn't looking at you like a horny. First off, I wasn't. You were crashing at my house. It was. I walked out of my bedroom, and then we're in the living room where there's a bunch of
A
natural
good
light.
host would have put some goddamn clothes on.
It was Collin. It was 12:30 p.m. It was so late that we both had to wake up. I walked out. I intentionally made a bunch of noise. I flipped all the lights on, and then I was
That's so rude.
I was staring at you because I wanted you to wake up. It wasn't like you just woke up and I was at the end of the couch, like looking at you, like dreaming. No, I was intentionally waking you up, and you go, "Stop looking at me, you horny freak." You don't say it like I was. You just woke up and I caught your eye.
I forgot that I opened up only one eye.
So funny. Stop looking like a
I
goddamn
do,
frog.
I do that all the time.
I know, it sucks.
Saves energy. It's easy.
Stop doing that. It looks weird.
Oh man.
You got a lot of wrinkles in your eyes.
Shut the fuck up. Do I? Do I really?
Yeah, you're gonna have to get Botox.
Damn, I've been shitting on these bitches with Botox for years.
Oh, dude, that'll
I?
be no, buddy. You're fine. I'm just trying to make you self-conscious. I'm
All
sorry.
right, well it worked.
I'm quite sorry.
There's also the time when we were trying to figure. I think we were trying to figure out what movie to watch, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm choosing. And then you go, you think you're so much better than me because you're more handsome than I am.
Was that picking a movie?
I think that's why it was so weird.
I thought Mitchell was there because I asked Mitchell about it. And
He was there, but he was out of. He was. That's when we went to Headline Cincy, and he was doing shows in Indy. So he drove with
God.
us, and we just kept riding.
That was so fun. Speaking of that, by the way, Collin and I hitting the road again. April 19th, Indianapolis, Indiana, Noblesville, more like it, the Brick Room Comedy Club. April 20th, we are at the Story Inn with Jeff Oskay from the Bob and Tom Show. That's going to be a fucking party, you
Yeah, I've never
guys.
met Jeff. That'll be fun.
I think it'll be an outdoor show, which means we can smoke pot during the show.
Fuck yeah, I've never done that.
Yeah, it's illegal in Indiana, but the Story Inn,
There's no laws. Dude.
it's Story International Waters, actually.
We had we shared a room and slept in a bunk bed because there was
Scared.
ghosts and we were terrified.
Really scary stuff.
And we're running it back.
Running it back.
I am afraid of that place.
I'm quite excited. But yeah, April 19th and 20th, we're in Indiana, and then the week after that, the 25th and 26th, or the 26th and 27th, whichever one it is.
26, 27, that one.
It's a Friday and Saturday. We're in Columbus, Ohio, doing Don't Tell. It'll be a real party.
You got to get those tickets. Those will sell out. And
But
that
yeah.
has nothing to do with us.
Nothing
the
to do
show
with
is
us.
just amazing.
Nothing to do with us. But we'd like to have some tossers there. We'd like to have some
That
losers.
would be cool. If you come to
there.
a show and you listen to the pod, say it.
What?
Come
say
say
what?
it. Come tell us.
Say this. Say
Not during
what?
the show. Wait till after. A lot of my shows have been interrupted lately.
You said say it.
Say it. Oh, not it. Don't say the forbidden word. Just come say you listen to the podcast. Don't do that.
Don't
But
say the forbidden word.
in Cincinnati, that takes me to this next one.
Yeah.
Of you are the worst wingman of all time.
I love chicken wings. I ate a lot of Ooh, Buff shows after this. No, let's do the podcast. Sorry. Focus.
We do have time.
We do have time, but focus.
And I did have a really good workout, and that would be gains.
Focus.
Shit. You are the worst wingman of all time.
Picking up chicks?
Yeah, I could think of
Multiple?
3 more. There's so many.
Oh, well, can I say something now?
But there's also that one that I thought you should make a bit about that time. You're like, man, the amount of pussy I got that you didn't want.
Yeah. Yeah. Holiday Club. I made it through the
I
Holiday
remember
Club.
that girl. She came up and she was like, come dance with me. I'm like, no. And then she
smacked your
my
legs. Yeah, she smacked
I'm like,
your
that was
legs.
really funny, but I'm still not going to dance with you.
Yeah. No, I think
And then you came out of the shadows like Slither.
Yeah, and then I made out with her that night, and then we went on a date.
Yeah, she came to Durkin's.
That was a thing where me and her went on a date, and I had no idea what she looked like. We made
man.
out at Holiday Club. It was a great date. She was a cool girl, but didn't work out. Whatever.
Well, there was a time we were in Indy. Me and Mike Robinson drove down Funny Chicago Comic, but then we did that show at Helium.
I know.
And we went
moonwalk?
back to your place.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, let's go talk to girls. And I'm like, I don't really want to. Like, I think that's when I would just start talking to someone. I was like,
Yeah.
I like this girl that I'm talking to. I was like, let's just chill here and smoke weed. We're not going to talk to any girls.
And then
Like,
we got to the bar.
we got to the bar. I was the only one that talked to a girl.
Me
And she
and
came
Mike-
up to me because I was wearing nail polish that a guy put on me after the show.
Wait, why did a guy put nail polish on you?
I was just trying to be woke, and I wanted again. I don't really care about wearing nail polish. It was one nail, but he liked my set, and I'm like, yeah, dude, come on, give me baby blue. He had options.
Not to cut you off, I still have the Super Bowl nail polish.
From Bob and Top.
Yeah, not the pinkies, but I still have the gel tips on the rest. Wait, so go ahead. So a girl's
talking
hitting
to
on you.
this
Well, I
girl.
remember me and Mike. Here's what I remember because I blacked out that night. But me and Mike, we get to
That's why we had to leave. I'll tell you what, the moment I knew we had to leave.
we get to a dueling piano bar, and I just remember me and Mike dancing like in Hot Rod when they're
Yes,
dancing in front
next
of
to the truck.
Yes, in front of the
100%.
comedian, and they're all just doing those weird little dance moves. It was me and Mike. In that movie, it takes 10 seconds. Mike and I were dancing for 2 hours.
All night long.
Just going loco.
And I was just talking to, I think she was from St. Louis. So yeah, she was. We were talking about like St. Louis.
Emo's Pizza,
Yeah,
Ted Drew's.
exactly,
You're doing
exactly.
your usual lines.
And then you came up and you were like, so you're going to blow it with another beautiful woman? And she didn't see you and me together at any point before this. So that's the first interaction you had. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you moonwalked a bad moonwalk. I'm like, I see you moving your feet.
I'll stop that. I'm a good moonwalker.
And then it was like Mike was waiting behind you, and you guys started doing like an almost like choreographed dance. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing comedy. I'm like, those are my friends.
Those are my buddies.
And then 5 minutes later, I walk outside to smoke with her, and then I see you peeing on some guy's giant truck. I'm like, it was nice to meet you, but I gotta get him home. I was like, it was a good time.
That's Big Will, baby. That's Big Will swinging.
Do you remember just being around you makes it way less cool? Because
Yeah.
also when we did the house party show at Laugh Factory,
Oh, I know this one.
that girl came and you were like, "Which girl is it?" And of course, she was sitting front row. The one that, do you remember the one that she looked like Olivia Rodrigo?
No.
She it was the night where we had that party that you got mad and you like tell everyone to leave.
That was funny.
And we went to Big City.
I remember that.
Same night.
I remember that I go, and why the fuck is he
Yeah.
freestyling? And then I just
the
looked
guy
over,
in the
and this
corner
guy was just
alone.
like getting on the track, getting. Hey, he got so sad. He got so sad.
I was already digging myself out because of you, because you're like, which girl is it? And I point at her in the front, and she turns around and sees me pointing at her. And I'm like, fuck, that's the least cool thing possible. And we're at Big City after. And it was like 2 a.m.
Credit
It was
card.
a late
Credit
show.
card. Yeah, I remember this.
I'm just alone with her
I
at the bar,
remember this.
and you come up and you're like, I lost my credit card. I'm like, Willie, we haven't gone anywhere. I was like, it's got to be here. And you're like, help me find it. I'm like, look, ask the bartender if he has your credit card. If he doesn't have it, I was like, I will leave and help you find your credit card. And you just go, you're being a bad friend. And then he had your credit card and you left. And I'm just like, so where were we?
Did I moonwalk away that time
You
too?
fucking knocked over a lot of chairs on the way out.
Oh my god.
And then speaking of Cincy,
Yeah. Oh,
when that girl came up to you,
I
after-
stand by this. Oh wait, let me go because I got this. So Collin was hooking up with this girl.
No, we didn't even hook up.
He wasn't. He was talking to this girl, and she had the name of a whore. That's one thing we have to make clear.
Well, we got to that.
Her name was Carissa. And Carissa is a whore's name. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the name of a whore.
We'll get to that part after.
So
No, but
we're
when
doing
she
don't
asked
tell.
you,
We're doing
she-
don't tell Cincy. We're in a basement. We finished the first show, and the first show was a little undersold. The second show was sold out. And this girl that lived at the house where Don't Tell Comedy was happening was talking to us. She was like, "You guys are comedians from Chicago." We're like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then her and Collin start hitting it off, and then Collin walks away, and she's like, "Hey, tell me about your friend." And then I think, and I stand by this. I think this is true.
It's not what I'm looking for.
I go, Collin's a really sweet guy. I go, he's a great dude. He's a sweetheart. He'll take care of you. And then everyone in the kitchen was like, ew, he's a sweetheart? And I was like, he's a sweet kid. I think I said sweet kid. I said sweet kid. And then so they're like, oh, that's
No one
weird.
wants to fuck a sweet kid.
And then I was like, well, whatever. He's a fucking jackass. Who knows? And then later on that night, when you didn't know her name, we were trying to figure out you're messaging her. And
No, well,
tell
that's
you-
what I said. That's what
No, but
I found out. And I was like, you said I was a sweet kid and I'm funny? I'm like, tell her I have a motorcycle and daddy issues.
Buddy, you are a sweet kid.
Yeah, but then these
hoes.
I was gonna say bitches.
I
These
know.
hoes walk all over me.
I know. We got to stick with these hoes because then we can at least have it's like a hip hop defense. We want to be respectful of the gals.
I just think bitch is a hilarious word.
I really only refer to men as bitches. And I've said this a bunch.
I will
on
never
record.
say it in like you're a bitch or like shut the fuck up, bitch. It's like if a girl farts, it's like, oh, you nasty bitch.
No,
That's funny.
I go, you gross bastard. That's what I go. I like that.
Yeah.
I go, you dainty bastard. You just let out a thing out like that. You dainty bastard. Get out of town. And I will say, I was gonna write a joke about my little sisters being bastards.
That is
I
good.
wanted to call them bastard children. And, I mean, they're born out of wedlock. Technically, they're bastards. A nice person in my life may have told me, hey, don't do a joke about your little sister being a bastard and put it on the internet.
That makes sense.
Because they're 8 now. They're 8 and 11, and they're going to grow up one day. In like 5 years, they're going to look up Willie Griswold's sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry ladies, sorry Hart and
figure it
Finn. I'm not gonna call you guys bastards on. You know what? You just got a big pop out of it. I think I might do it. Fuck her, dude.
I do think it's
seriously
funny.
fuck
I don't
her.
know
It's
if I'm
funny.
the person you go to for advice, but
No, I say let it fly.
but then the girl. Did you give her my number? Because she texted me just going, "Hey, it's the cute roommate," and that's when we were like, "What's her name?"
I know we didn't know her name. We had no idea what her name
It
was.
took like 3 days, and we got like a team of fellas.
Well, I gave you the initial. I gave you a great answer. I go, hey, by the way, my name's Collin, spelled Collin. How do you spell your name? And by the way, Carissa, a whore's name?
Yeah.
Carissa, that's a tricky one to spell. She would have taken the bait immediately.
Yeah,
if
but I
you would have
didn't,
used my
like-
fucking listen to me, bitch. If you would have used my suggestion, it wouldn't have been a 3-day ordeal. But instead, we got back to Chicago, and then Collin told his roommate, and then his roommate's buddy from college lives in Florida, and he's a used car dealer. And at his dealership, they have a software where you can look up people by neighborhood, name, last name, build of car,
dude.
and they managed to find her that way.
And we don't talk at all anymore.
No, you
And
don't
a lot
talk
of
at
work
all.
for the fellas. Yeah.
I know. Well, you can't date a girl with the fucking name of a whore.
Dude,
what are you gonna do?
When we found it out, you were in the other room, and we're like, "Yo, her name's Carissa," and you were like, "That's a whore's name," from the other room. Yeah.
I stand by that.
Yeah, she's still. I mean, could be. I don't know.
I stand by that.
That's a whore's name. I do know one from my hometown
What?
with that name, and I mean one by a whore.
Yeah.
She was from the get-go.
Yeah.
That sticks with you.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? We did a full episode. I say we just call it. I say we call it right here. I had fun. That was funny. We're not going to edit anything out, including your terrible joke you made earlier.
It was about their big dicks.
That's a good save, buddy. Hey, I just want to say this week, Tuesday, I'll be at Zany's in Old Town. Wednesday, Zany's in Old Town hosting. Friday, I'm going to be at Lincoln Lodge doing a showcase. And then this Saturday, the 17th, St. Patty's Day, I'm going to be in Louisville. I'm driving 10 hours round trip for a $50 spot to Louisville because I'm an idiot, I guess, and I'm desperate for stage time.
What are you going to do?
I need this shit. So hopefully, hey, Louisville Comedy Club, Fort Wayne, whatever it's called, Summit City, Appleton, let me work there. I need this. I need it so bad.
My phone is recording, so I can't look at the dates.
That's okay.
Follow me on Instagram, little tossers.
That's okay.
Come on.
We'll just put it in the
I'll
intro.
post the dates there.
This is the outro. We're not going to do an official outro. This is the outro. Do you have anything else you want to say? Anything else you have to get off your chest?
Collin-Unger, 2 L's. That's my Venmo. Hit me.
I hate.
Drip, drip.
I hate that that's become a running bit.
The ladies love it.
What do you say? You say ciao here sometimes?
Ciao, Bella. Or ciao, beautiful bastards.
Ciao, you beautiful bastards. Also, earlier, I was like, I never say bitch, and I called you a bitch like
Yeah, I mean,
20 seconds
bitch is
later.
a funny word. It doesn't have to be bad.
It's funny. I just don't say it anymore. You know, because of sexism.
Because you a bitch.
Okay.